Hey guys, what's up? Light here and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be playing the T-100 LT. Definitely the most underrated light tank in the game. One of the more underrated tanks in the game in general at tier 10. Definitely my favorite light to play just because it feels so good with response time, with your joystick, firing, and overall the maneuverability, using the sensitivity with the camera. I mean, it's just a really good tank to improve your mechanics and if you're starting off in the game, just because it moves pretty smoothly to how you move on the screen, you know, with your thumbs and your fingers, or how many fingers you play with. Definitely do recommend playing it, especially with the tracer shells. The DPM isn't the worst, but it definitely has been touched. It was much better than it was. That's why a lot of people don't play it anymore, but people think it's just garbage now, which I have to say no to. It's just amazing. I like it, and yeah, let's get right into the battle. Sorry, I just had a sneeze fest right before I started recording after eating some lunch. I don't know what that was about, so yeah, let's get right into the gameplay. I'm on Yamato Harbor. I'm on C, but I see they have a very weak lineup to me. The only thing that could counter me is the Cobra here. And when I played these games, I believe these were my first games on yesterday, so I think I could have played much better, but it went well, just because of the positioning that I, had. One thing in this game, if you can work on your positioning more than anything, you can play good from the start. Like if your mechanics aren't there yet and you need to warm up a little bit fully, what you can do is definitely rely on your positioning. So one thing I recommend for positional play is get started in tournaments, whether it just be quick tournaments or something, just to have an idea of how to play positions in public matches and randoms. It's something I never really talked about. Maybe I'll go in depth in the future, but I don't want to get too carried away with that. So I put a shot in the Cobra here. I'm keeping the 50-120 with close eyes on him on the left. I just want to see what he's looking at or what he's doing. I'm just destroying that Cobra as he keeps resetting his dispersion on me. So he either fires with that snapshot there, or he just doesn't fire at all, which he did a couple times. And I see the mouse far away, and I just put a shot into him, and I'm gonna go for this 50-120 here. I'm gonna peek on him, but I want to see if I could bait him for a shot, but he just doesn't bite, so I'm just not gonna waste any time since I do want damage, and I'm just gonna go rush him. And yeah, 50-120. I don't know where that shot went, but it's fine. We're gonna finish him pretty quickly here, and then we can go get some damage now. I took advantage of the left side of the map because I saw they had no mediums. The closest thing that could catch up to me was a Cobra tier 9, so I mean, I just rushed that side on purpose, not because I just like to YOLO. Just because you see me YOLOing the left side of Yamato Harbor, I don't want you YOLOing the left side too. Just read the lineups. If they don't have anything to match your speed, or to negate you from winning a flank for free when you're playing a light tank or medium tank, then go forward all the way. Nothing can stop you. No TDs or heavies are as fast as you. And you can run away if they are coming your side. So yeah, just take advantage of that. So here, I was ignoring the AMX. I let him farm me because I really didn't care. It's the end of the game, and I was focused on killing the mouse, eliminating the mouse for a better term. And yeah, I just got the side hug here. He can't do anything about this engagement anymore, and that's it. Even if he had reload here, which he doesn't, it still would be a very hard shot for him to hit. So whenever you're against taller tanks in the LT, just squeeze your side. It could be a mouse, it could be AMX, it could be many other tall tanks and other examples that you can get away with just side hugging them. Even against taller mediums and lights, they struggle a lot with penning you. So side hugging in this tank is a must. especially if you want to win a lot of engagements, right? If you have no choice to get those engagements, you don't just want to side hug everything and risk losing some HP here and there, just because you think it's completely overpowered. No, you have to do it if you can either trade like insanely great, like where the benefit is just it outweighs the risk, or where basically you have to win the game or win a flank or something and get to the other fight and the other side soon, because you're pretty much going to be shooting on reload when you side hug. There's no peeking around corners or anything. It's just shooting on DPM like the other tank against you. You know, I streamed yesterday. It was a test stream, the first stream, and I realized that the audio is really bad. That's why I don't know, I'm looking to invest in some new Bluetooth headphones, just because when I speak without the headphones, you can hear everything on the mic. So that's pretty much my only option. Everything in terms of just tapping on the screen. You could barely hear my voice when I speak without the mic, but you can hear everything, like me tapping on the screen, moving the iPad slightly. It's just really bad. So I gotta see what I'm gonna do with that. I'm not sure if I could use an external mic on the streaming software I use, since it's made for mobile only, but I'll look into that and I'll see if I can fix that soon. Sorry about that. But yeah, here on Mine Ruins, I love taking the bridge early on and often. Here, as you see, my shots are like really bad. Again, I think this is, well, I think we just did the first game. This is my second one on, so my reaction time and just aim isn't there yet. It takes like some games to be mechanically sharp. But positionally, I'm always going to be positionally sharp. Unless I'm tuning or something like that. Or I'm playing ratings and I can get away with more riskier driving and whatnot. So I'm going to put some shots in the bat chat here. I took control of their side with my team, and their team was playing more split. I saw something shot me in the bush, so I wasn't going to keep rushing the bat chat. And it was a 4005, so we're going to see what I can do to eliminate him now that he's reloading. The easiest answer for that is basically just rushing him. You have no cover, no support. And yeah, we're going to get rid of this dude. He's not running spawn liner, which is great. I'm just switching my ammo pretty freely. And yeah, get the kill on the 4005 with my teammate. And then I end up picking up the bat chat since he decided to clip me instead of running away. But I think that was his best option because I would have caught up to him. So I put a shot in the 5120, and I'm just gonna, I'll be willing to trade shot for shot with him here. Doesn't matter. The game's practically over. We had a pretty decent team in terms of just us pushing together and just staying side by side pretty much for the majority of the battle, if not all. So 5120 is done for, and I think that was probably the last shot of damage I'm gonna end up doing in this game. Which is fine, because, you know, we had a pretty good team. Sometimes when you have really good teams that sweep 7-0, it's almost a miracle to even get like 3 to 4K sometimes, just because they're so, like, they're just killing everything before you get there. But if you're in a light tank, obviously you're there before anyone else, so you have a higher chance to do more than that. So the LT, yes, the LT was meta when it initially came out. I'm gonna say spring 2022. I'm not sure if it came out in spring 2022, but that's when it was, I think it was first used in competitive. It was like 3 LTs, 2 concepts, right? And then 2 IS-7s maybe? Maybe it was 4 LTs, 2 concepts, and an IS-7. I'm not sure, but it was something similar to that. There was just a bunch of LTs all over the place. But yeah, it was definitely a very fun meta. You know, it definitely showcased more players that can brawl well together, and just mechanically sharper players than the old metas where you just sit in a heavy tank and you can't for most of the game take cap advantages. So it was definitely a swing and a change of scenery, definitely, for what you normally see. And since then, everything's been more fast-paced. So in a way, the LT kind of innovated speed and, just, I guess, teams training more, like more reactive gameplay than just sitting and capping for like 7 minutes. So for this game, I believe I flanked their spawn. I did, yes. Okay, so I flanked their spawn, but I don't want to get spotted here. I was using this rock purposefully if like the E3 was there, so he could only spot me and shoot me once instead of 2 or 3 times as I'm spotted getting to him. But I see there's no E3 nearby. He's on the far left. So let's see what we're gonna do and if we can win this game, because normally I would have got to the flank faster, but the thing is our team is holding decently well just because they're not YOLOing, right? So it's like a standoff. So if I can just take the far way, not get spotted until I'm behind, then I'm completely fine with that. So I get behind there, but I notice I can easily get turned on. But I'm seeing where everyone is going, and it's like, I don't think that's gonna happen. So I get some free farm in this whole re here. It looks like he's gonna go for some shots on my teammates, so I'm just gonna start raining in shots here. So I put another one in there, and I didn't want to trade with him there just because the Hori has really good dispersion and aim time, even after the nerf that they gave the Hori. But here, I thought he was going to keep turning, so I was just aiming on the right, thinking he was going to turn away, but that was a mistake by me, and I'm actually very happy that he didn't pen the first shot, just due to the fact that like I would have taken -2 instead of just 1 shot there for my misplay. But what I'm going to do here is just farm here, hold down in the middle. Look, the game probably looks over, but I'm gonna do my best to win it. It's definitely a big feat. This Yo really wants to eliminate our tank to make the game easier for them, since the concept 1B is overextended. So I'm just gonna keep shooting the Yo, but he's gonna go forward to try to get some shots at me, thinking I was gonna stay, but I wasn't. Unfortunately, I don't know how that shot bounces if it connected on the flat side with all gray, but this shot here as well, I'm not sure how it bounced right there in the bottom plate. It didn't even bounce, it didn't even actually hit him. So 2 unfortunate shots in the Yo there is going to make this game much more difficult, because I could have just rushed his concept shortly after. But the thing is, the Yo's clip now, the Yo's clip is full now, right? So now I have to have a bit more of an impossible task ahead of me. Try to outplay 4 tanks when it could have just been the Kron, really. Because I know the E3 is camping. So I put a track in the Kron. I'm telling the Leo to, help me with this Kron here. So the Kron's already -2, I think. Yeah, so I think he's clipping now. I know tanks are coming for me left and right. Look at the E3 sliding down there, but I'm going to use that to his disadvantage. I don't care about the E3. He can't shoot me at the moment, right? The priority is the Kron. But I'm going to keep that E3 in mind. So hopefully the Leo can pick him up, but it doesn't look like it. So I think I'm going to have to pick up the Kron now that he killed the Leo. I would have took auto aim off, but I felt like it wasn't needed at the time. I think I could have done it looking back, just to get those shots a little quicker. So now that he's tracked and all, I'm going to use it to my advantage. He puts a really bad shot. Like, it was a bad shot for him to take. I don't know why he would try snapshotting that. But I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to keep him tracked here. And I don't know if I can get another shot off. Looking back at it, I think I could have, just because the E3 has a way longer reload than anything. So I've been outplaying every tank in this game, but unfortunately, the troll shots in the Yo keeping him alive when I could have probably killed the Yo and the concept together. It's just bad for me in the end, unfortunately. But we were able to get some decent damage, but honestly, the win for me is more important now, especially now that I'm, trying to grind my win rate. So on to the next game. I think I could have paid more attention to the Yo. I knew he was flanking me. I mean, it's obvious. They don't seem like they're in a bad clan that's, like unrecognizable, but I felt like the E3 had to be eliminated then and there, or else I lose a game. I can't afford him to stay alive and pre-aim me as I run from the beach. And I feel like if I ran, they had my exit pre-aimed, so like I was pretty much chalk there either way. So I was like, just let me take the chance that the Yo is somehow pre-aiming my exit from like the beach on the right side or something, and maybe he's gonna give me time to eliminate the E3. So that's kind of my thought process there. E3 made a very bad play. I felt like he could have used speed boost or something if he had, right after he dropped, to help with his traverse. But yeah, it was just a very unlucky game for me there in terms of like the shots. Like, again, I wasn't warmed up or anything before the gameplay, but still, like, those shots are clear as day, should pen, but I don't know. I thought the aim was decent enough. But it taught me a lesson, maybe, I don't know, to start warming up before playing some battles, because I think it does make a bit of a difference. Not entirely, because it's all positioning. Like, this game is more like chess than anything. It's more positioning. But you kind of have to bank in those shots to really win those close games. So here we are on Lagoon. A map that I started getting a lot in random battles for some reason. I feel like the map rotations aren't the best for every session you play. And I started to notice this more and more as I'm playing a bit more and more recently during the free time that I have. And I see that usually like it sticks to like 6 maps total, right, for like a single session. Like, let's say you play like 20-30 games, you'll probably be seeing 6-7 maps total, just because the randomizer isn't the best. And you can see the randomizer in training rooms as well. When you press random battles, sometimes it gives you repeated maps over and over again. So I feel like the public battle, random battle randomizer for matchmaking is the same one. It's the same randomizer they use for training rooms. And if that's the case, I feel like Wargaming needs to step up and fix it. But here we are in Lagoon, right? I've just been talking about other random things just because there hasn't been any action so far. So now that there's action, I shoot the 704, and I know the E75 is coming behind me, so I kind of have to go in, put a track shell on the 704, and the E75 just throws a snapshot out of there. Not the best gun to snapshot in, but now I see the 121 hits me. I'm just gonna put a premium shell under the bottom plate of the E75, on the bottom plate, not under, and I'm just gonna start working on him. I'm gonna aim a hat shot there, but it ricocheted, just because I think the gun depression was just too much out of margin, I think, there. So I know the 121 is coming for me. That's why I'm here, to try to proxy spot him, maybe track him as I go over. But I don't get the track, I just get the track critical. But it's fine. I have a Sheridan that's covering me, preventing from the 121 to keep chasing me. And again, right, if a tank is rushing you from one side and another one is behind you chasing you, what do, right? You don't stay there. You go past, like you saw me there. You go past that tank rushing and you use the momentum against that tank, right? And I'm just gonna go on this 121 here and eliminate him with the 4005 soon. So I put a premium just because the 121 has very true armor now with a PBR, and I think it always had. So I just guarantee a pen there, and then I get help with the finish. So I'm just gonna put a track shell here. Unfortunately though, the E75 had just enough gun depression to shoot me as I go under him, or attempt to go under him there. I'm gonna put another shell here, aim it in, just because it has very true armor. Here's my mistake I made here. Instead of aiming it in like the other two, As you see, like, it's right around the track, so I think that shot was riskier than anything not to aim in. And if I'm not gonna aim in, I shouldn't have went for the track and just went for the side. But past that, let's go over to this 183 and let's put a shot in him. And I know the concept just shot, but I don't want to get shot by the 183. He's looking at me, so as he turns for the Sheridan now, I can lay in a shot there. And now the Sheridan can eliminate him. Sheridan, unfortunately, took a little bit to shoot, but it's going to give me time to farm this concept, I think. Now that the concept just shot the Sherry, I could put a shot in the concept, and then I could maybe finish him here if the 405 doesn't fire. But 405 fired just in time. Hit him with a nice little snapshot at close distance, and that's game. 405 did really well with picking up a lot of kills. I feel like a lot of autoloaders like farming damage, so they don't like picking up the kills here and there. So kudos to this 4005. Another 5k game, but this time I'm happy because we actually won, unlike the previous game. And yeah, I love the LT, man. It's just so comfortable to play, and as you see, like, you don't have to be in the best form to play it, just because I feel like this tank covers a lot of your mistakes early on. Like when you log on, it doesn't matter, just because you can get to really good positions, just because the tank is very maneuverable, very fast, even though it used to be faster, I think by 5 or 10 kilometers. I'm not sure what the specifics of all the tank changes, nerfs, and buffs, just because I never look into that stuff. But it's still fast enough to get to the positions that you want. So yeah, it's pretty forgiving when you're not there yet in terms of like your shots and stuff like that when you're just logging on. All right, so for the Castilla Hill, I like taking this spot here, and I like seeing what I can see on this like little bush, especially if they don't have any lights or anything. I can beat them every day to this positioning, but I don't see anyone crossing here, which is strange. And I spot the medium to the right there, and I'm like, man, they can't possibly be going A, right? But then I spot them as they come to A. I guess they all turned around and they're all going to A now. So here, this position isn't the best because I have no one on top of Castilla to really bail me out. I'll only have them in the bottom. But I'm going to still see what I can do here. And here I was a little worried that I couldn't spot anyone. So I make the 71 shoot as I go down to like that little bridge to give me cover, the bridge guard. And then I want to see if my team can offer me any help, but I see there's no one here, so I'm going to have to take this kind of 1v1 here. Unfortunately, the shot was a bit delayed there, as you saw. But it's completely fine. I'm comfortable with this like side hug on this guy. He keeps prematurely shooting. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the angle there, so I'm going to try it this side maybe. Here, I think I shoot the side of the turret or the side or the corner of the hole. Again, here I shoot the side of the turret. I don't really need to aim it in because I know what I'm shooting at. But this one I aim in just to guarantee because I don't want to whiff any shots here. Here I just take my time with that last shot. No reason to rush it, especially when he has a tricky shot to shoot me with. So putting a shot on the 120 before he peeks around the corner again, just so he's spotted for 20 seconds, should be more than enough time to keep him spotted until he peeks again. Excuse me. So I put a shot in the 57 heavy, and I'm just here chilling, right? I have so many full HP tanks, so, and I would love some help soon, just because I'm not at the highest HP, and they're split, so I think we could easily make a rush on this side. Let's see if I could put a shot in this 50-41. Shoot through the hay stack there. Put a shot in the 6-8. Don't need to load premium unless he's like wiggling funny, but he wasn't, so here I put premium. I thought it was a decent shot, but I am running supercharger too, so that shot had some delay at distance, so it ended up hitting his gun when he turned slightly, unfortunately. Here I get a 10% battery notification, so I know that my time is short when it comes to recording, so I'm gonna see if I can finish this 57, but I don't, as you saw there. I bounced a shot, aimed at the bottom plate was all great with premium, so I'm not sure where that shot went, but I feel like my RNG lately hasn't been the best on some very clear shots, as you already saw on Normandy and here. But I'm gonna put a shot on the 120 knowing that I'm unspotted, and he's still spotted because of my tracer shell. So here I'm like, you know, I'm pretty confident I could survive. I don't think the 50-120 is gonna peek me spotted with tracer shell, so I'm gonna pick up the kill on the 57 here. A kill that I could have had earlier, but no, I got forced to be spotted while the 50-120 is unspotted. And yeah, he over peeks out to kill me, but now our heavies are getting into the fight. Finally, because they've been sniping the entire game. I was wondering when they would come help me out, just because I was in the thick of things, literally hugging a building for most of the game. And now they're finally using their HP, which is great because it guarantees us a win, but I would have loved the help earlier. It could have guaranteed us a win faster. And as you see, these aren't the best players, so I feel like my move kind of forced them to get in the fight. And I'm just glad that we were able to win, to be honest. So some 103 is like just hiding behind the same building I was at, but the difference is I was a one-shot and he's full health, so hopefully he can get more involved in the fight and finish this game quicker, because the longer we get to spectate these guys trying to win the game, or delaying the win basically because it's already a win, the less games I can play. So because I remember I mentioned in the last video that my screen recorder on iPad, since my iPad is full of a lot of storage, even when clearing a lot of stuff from iCloud, is like 6 games maximum now, so I can't really record more than that unless they're fast games. I could do 7 to 8 if they're like really quick, but yeah, after spectating that, kind of shaved off a couple minutes here. But I think I didn't know at the time. I felt like I had more than 2 battles in me, but you're gonna see, like, with the queue times in this gameplay and you know, a lot of long games, I feel like 6 was a perfect cutoff there for us, because I don't think I would have been able to edit the video and stuff and process it with the audio and all that stuff if I went more than that. So yeah, I was checking there. You're probably gonna start seeing that a lot for some videos. I check like how much time am I? I'm at 27 minutes, so I was like, you know, I can maybe squeeze out a couple more battles if they go fast. So I'm gonna go up here on the hill and let me see what I can do up here. I don't care if I see anyone. I'm gonna put a track shell in the E50M, and this guy is pretty much toast. I wanted to put another one there, but I didn't get it. It's just a track critical, so unfortunate. I don't think he's running double repair kit, so I think I maybe could have gotten him eliminated there, but as you see, my gun depression isn't the best on this hill. I don't mean to block the 30B. I'm just trying to get to a comfortable spot for me and him as well, so I'm gonna wait till the E100 shoots maybe, and then I can cross. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Unfortunately though, I see a unspotted T-54E1 there, but I'm just gonna get a shot placement just enough for me to hit the mouse as I cross. So I get a nice shot into the mouse, and I'm just gonna farm this mouse if he tries to peek me, just because I feel like I have just enough gun depression to do so. Yeah, right there. And you know, I don't have to pen his hole, which is more trickier because the track, you can't really track him and pen him at the same time now, just because they buffed that on the mouse. So here I do want some shots on the waffle there, but I feel like the C50M is priority. So here I think I make a misplay. I could have just not even aimed that in and wasted that like few milliseconds there, and he just went around the corner. But again, I think there's some delay. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I play with Bluetooth headphones or something. but because I have superchargers, so the shots should be there instantly. So I'm gonna put another shot in this E-100, track him, and I'm gonna chill and maybe see if I could shoot this mouse. Unfortunately though, he backs off, so I didn't have that shot there, since I did want to use the rock for hard cover in case the WT moved towards like the right and had shots on me or something. But as we see, he didn't move there, and we're just gonna finish up the game. Not the best game for us, but we got another win. Our teams have been pretty good, so I can't really complain about damage when we're winning a lot. So we get the clear on this Yak Panzer soon. I'm just gonna keep farming him. I'm gonna try to break 3k here, but it's gonna be very hard. If I can block the bottom plate, maybe give my tanks a harder shot. But they end up eliminating him either way, so not able to break 3k there, but I think we had a decent session overall. I think the rest of the video was like 30 seconds of trying to find another battle, but then backing out, realizing that I'm like over the 30-minute mark. But yeah, I'm gonna try to start streaming. As you saw in my last stream yesterday, I want to start streaming a little bit more frequently, just to keep testing it out, the audio and stuff, because everything is not perfect. But that being said, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.